Welcome to the new survival series. So as you see, we got $43 in the bank. I've started the same survival series, or survival challenge, I should say, that Daggerwin and ChainSAw100 are doing. The only difference is that I obviously am by myself. So because I'm by myself, I need to give myself not the same opportunity, but give myself the opportunity to at least come close to competing with them. And because of that, I have set up myself, and I'm getting lost here on this map. Where on earth is the shop? It's right there. Yeah, I set up myself just a little bit ahead of where they started, in the sense that I have a plow where they didn't. But for those of you that have seen the first episode, they very, very quickly were able to get not a plow, a disc harrow, I think they bought from memory. So, you know, being two of them, they're obviously gonna have a massive advantage on myself, being by myself. Now, because of that, what I did is like I said, I gave myself a bit of a startup, but I didn't give myself a startup by massive amounts. As you see, I got $43 in the bank, so that's my advantage there. I got a plow, which they didn't. I own only one block of land, which is the same as they do. The only difference is that I have a plow, I have a seeder, and I have a combine. That's my advantage. Now, some of you might say, well, that's a massive advantage. Well, not really. Everything you see there is about $50,000, say. So that's the advantage that I gave myself, on top of the advantage that they have, which I'm sure that you could very easily say that's no advantage at all. $50,000, they could easily make it an episode. Just cutting trees, as you've seen, they've made over $30,000 in that first episode. The only thing that I don't like about this map is that it doesn't really give you the plots like a No Man's Land does. Okay, so I'm just a little bit on the other side, a little bit over there. So, okay, we'll see what happens, hey? So obviously, for me to be able to compete with them, I have to start doing this straight away. Now, I do have that advantage in the sense that I don't have to... does that work? No, I have to set it up for it to work. That I don't have to start cutting trees before I could plant something. But like I said, that advantage will only be in the first 1 or 2 episodes, and then you'll quickly see that they will more than catch up with me, yeah, I will struggle to keep up with them, absolutely no doubt about that. Okay, so I need to keep this up so I can I'm pretty sure that I'm going close to, I can go up to those trees, not a problem, because I own part of those trees. Okay. This tractor's struggling with this, as you can see. So I didn't pick a crazy large, let me just double check that again, a crazy large, capacity tractor, or horsepower tractor, I should say, purely because I still wanted to make it challenging for myself more than them. Now, I won by quite a bit in No Man's Land, obviously. I am not anticipating that now, not even close. It's just ridiculous for me to even think that I'm going to win this. It may give me a little bit of an advantage right now, but that advantage is surely short-lived. Now, I'm not quite sure how far I could go here, but I think it's roughly like this, right? Oh, I could go more than that, but we'll stick to that for now. Yeah, so they're not using super strength. I will be using super strength. Purely because there's two of them, so they can do the work. You know, like lifting bells. One can be on a telehandler or a front loader and so on, while the other could be, you know, doing something like, you know, carting or whatever. So I have to kind of do something that's going to give me not an advantage, but give me the opportunity to be on the same level as someone that's playing multiplayer on the same thing. And that will be a little bit more realistic. Now, again, we could use, I'm sure that there's no issues with gold production and all that. We'll find out as they, from what I understood from Daggerwin, from what he said, is that the rules are the same as what they were in No Man's Land. So I want to leave a little bit here, a bit of an area for a bit of a road. And then we'll obviously cut the trees that you see down there. We'll cut them and we'll make this field bigger. So we're gonna come right up to this so I can turn and hopefully get somewhat close to the edge of that. Okay, that's not too bad. Now, as we will clear our trees, we will obviously then make our field. This field will become a whole field, and as we go into there, we'll expand and put sheds and all that sort of stuff as well. And this tractor is becoming a bit of a pain. It's more than strong enough. I was actually debating between this tractor and a class. If this is gonna do this to me, I may just switch it out and get the class instead. This tractor is becoming annoying. The only reason that I picked this tractor over the class, they were the same money, is because this one was a bit faster in top speed. So I thought, you know what, it's better to have a faster tractor's top speed. But yeah, it's the fact. I think it's the fact that it supposedly represents a manual transmission. It's why it keeps, you know, being so slow. Despite the fact that it's supposed to be a much higher kilometers per hour type of thing. So let me have a look. How much was the difference between the tractor that I wanted? No, that's not the one that I got. No. This is the one. This is 57,000, and this is the one that I got, 76,000. It's 150 horsepower. This is a little bit high, but it's a cheaper tractor. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I swap it, obviously I'm not going to keep the money, the $20,000 extra or whatever it is. Yeah, so that's like I said, as far as I know, the only exception to the rules that I'm going to do is super strength and lumberjack. Again, that's just not really giving me an edge financially. It's just giving me an edge time-wise. That's it. And it's not really giving me an edge because, like I said, there's two of them and there's just one of me. So buying a grind stumper, I think it can go on for about $20,000. Yeah, so it's not like I'm getting a massive advantage. You know what? Just this tractor's starting to bug me. Give me a second. Okay, so this is what I changed it to. I didn't want to go through to the class because it could be seen as a too much of an upgrade. So I don't want people to say, well, you've upgraded to too much of a, you know, a bigger tractor, a much better tractor, and so on and so on. Now this one we're gaining horsepower, but you know what? It would be more a realistic tractor that you would start to farm with, purely because, let's clean that up, purely because obviously it would be a cheaper tractor to own, even though it may be bigger as far as horsepower is concerned. So let me know what you think, but I think this is probably the better choice, the better option. And yeah, hopefully, as you can see, this one doesn't seem to, even though it's still a manual transmission, doesn't seem to have the issues of the other one. You know, lagging behind, changing gears every 5 seconds type of thing. So all right, so this is the tractor that is going to be our startup tractor. It seems to do a lot better job than the other one, even though I kind of really wanted a Fendt to start up with, but hey, can't have everything you want. And well, we got $53 now. I don't know how much we had before, 80, 40, but yeah, no one can say that, hey, you got yourself a lot of money. I could have kept the difference in money, which was about $12,000, but no, like I said, I wouldn't, so I would not. We are going to cut trees down, obviously, and we are going to sell them to get ourselves ahead while we're waiting for crops to spawn, and then we can harvest them, sell it, and so on and so on and so on. Now we are going to build a yard, and we are going to build all that sort of stuff that it's going to represent the proper farm. Does that make sense? Of course it does. So here we are. I actually this is the first tractor that I wanted to start with, but I thought, oh, you know, but now I'm glad, you know, always the first impression's probably always the better one, so I should have stuck to my first gut feeling. And the reason that I picked a planter is because one, it was cheaper, so I didn't want to start up with something that was quite expensive. And that's the reason why instead of having a seeder, I have a planter. Now I don't have, as you've seen, I don't have a header for corn and all that sort of stuff. So the only thing that we can really plant in our first couple of, until we're able to buy a corn header or a seeder, is soybeans. So we're going to end up being a soybean production farm for a while. Alright, so our first field is created, is done. So now we just gotta come and deal with some trees, but before we do any of that, we will obviously deal with setting up our planter to go. Don't go back, go forward. And I'm gonna put that back in there so I can actually see what's going on. Okay, so we'll fill that up, and that's all we have. So better not forget that we don't have. That's all we can do. So we'll go with, let's go with 4 times and generate field, see what happens. Boom. So I'll drive it around so you can actually close the, I've never ever used this mod, so now I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I do this before I created the field? That way I could have had a bigger field, but no, I didn't want to do that, to be honest. um, I wanted to start the process of getting money in real quick. I do have to be right on top of my game as far as making money for me to even come close to competing with Daggerwin and ChainSAw100. I don't know why I keep turning it off. And see, this is what I was saying about the stunt grinder. Is the fact that I own, the fact that I could do this, it doesn't help me financially, but it makes up for the fact that I'm one less person playing this game. Does that make sense? Like, let me know what you think of this. I'd be curious to see how you see the advantages that I gave myself. Are they over the top in your opinion? Like, obviously we're gonna cut them down to size. Okay. What are you stuck on now? Why are you getting stuck? Out of money. Oh, oh-ho. Well, there you are. So we will. Okay, so we're gonna have to leave you there. And whether I like it or not, I'm gonna have to go and sell some trees. Which is, I have one tree over here that was in this area where I painted it. So we'll go and sell these just to give us money. Or should I go there and put some more trees? I'll probably go in there and just chuck a couple more in there. And this is the one over here that I cut to pieces already. This way we can get ourselves a bit of cash to start up with and have the ability to utilize the workers. Did it keep going, you reckon? Okay, so doesn't look like we're gonna have much as far as, let's go have a look. Did it keep going on? No, it actually went all right. So let's just pick up this one over here and start packing it up from the inside a little bit as well. Now obviously it's going to take quite a while for me to sell all these trees once I cut them. Now once we're going to get the money, we're obviously going to, I'm going to get myself an autoload trailer, in which case we're not going to have any more issues. Okay, this should be enough for me to get some money starting and have the ability to actually sell stuff and get my worker to keep on going. So I'll see how much money we make and then we'll end this episode here. I don't think I'd want to make the first episode a 50-minute episode. This looks like it's already going to be a very long episode. I look forward to hearing your comments on what you think. Have I given myself too much of an advantage? I'd be very curious to see what you think. I don't think I have. I don't think I'm even close to too much of an advantage. It may start up, I mean, it may look like that because first episode and I'm already creating a field and so on and so on. But I think once, Daggerwin and ChainSAw get into the first 1 or 2 episodes, I think all of a sudden any type of advantage that it may look, it will quickly be gonski. As you see, what I just got $7,000 from selling that 1 load of timber. Now you think of it, if there was, I don't need to prove it because it's exactly what happened in the first episode. They got over $30,000 in timber. Now, for me to get $30,000 in timber by myself, it takes a lot longer. But anyway, that's how it's going to be. I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it, and I hope you're going to like it. This is obviously where advantages stop. Okay. Yeah, so they've got 2 tractors, 2 trailers. So if I look at just purely money side of things, definitely I'm not ahead. And I feel like I'm making excuses where really I shouldn't really be making excuses, because I think what I've got, oh, there you are, damaged. Wait, not tractor, and tree. Okay, so let's hook back up to this. And hire him that way. Anyway, thank you very much for your support. Have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. God bless you and your family. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.